late at night and you're just laying there and ask yourself, what is my purpose in life? It's one of the biggest questions we actually face. And if we're honest, it really does keep us up at night. Today, I'm going to dive into what it really means to find your purpose, God's purpose for your life. So if you're seeking clarity and you're seeking direction, you're in the right place. Finding purpose is a universal longing. People search for it in careers, in their relationships, achievements, and sometimes even in their possessions. But when we as men look towards God's word, we find that our purpose runs much deeper. It's rooted in something eternal and unchanging. I'm going to start with a powerful promise from God in Jeremiah 29:11. This verse says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This means God has already designed a purpose specifically for you, one that is good and meaningful. But what does that actually look like? We know we're created with purpose, but how do we understand what that purpose is? To find our purpose, we first got to understand that our lives are meant to reflect a relationship with God. It's not about what we achieve or the titles we hold. It's about knowing Him and reflecting His love to the world. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him and who have been called according to His purpose." Here, we see that purpose is tied to our relationship with God. When we draw close to Him, He works in all things for good. One way to start discovering your purpose is by inviting God into the process. Spend some time in prayer, asking God to reveal His purpose for you. Reflect on the talents and the passions He's placed into your heart. These can often be clues to the direction He is calling you. Sometimes the journey to finding purpose involves small steps. Begin with what's in front of you, serve where you are, and as you're faithful with little, God often reveals more. Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6 says, "Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways, submit to Him, and He'll make your path straight." Trusting God means believing He is guiding you even in the seasons of waiting or in confusion. Let me share a real personal story right now. Recently, I closed down a business and moved far away. No job waiting, but just knew that I had to do. In this, I sought God, and I knew that I had to step out in faith to get clarity and to find myself in this process in Him. And this experience, it's taught me that the purpose, it unfolds step by step. And the waiting, sometimes it's just even important as the destination itself. To answer the question, what is my purpose in life? Well, remember this. Your purpose to know God, reflect His love, and serve in ways that glorify Him. Start where you are, trust Him with what's next, and stay open to His guidance. So here's my challenge to you. Take a few minutes today, pray, asking God to show you more of His purpose for you in your life. Reflect on the gifts He's already given you and ask how you can use them to serve others. Remember, purpose isn't always about a destination. It's about walking closely with God each and every step of the way. I'll see you in the next video as we continue this journey as a man to discover God's purpose for our lives. Stay blessed.